Hello and welcome to this video. Candy's come to say hello today. She hasn't been in my video for a little while. I am trying to use up this stash. So this is Shimelle Laine's Glitter Girl collection, and I don't have very much of it left. But what I do have, I'm going to try to use all of it. So I have this beautiful star cut file. Not sure where it came from, but I've had it for absolutely ages, and I figured this was a great use of these strips. I have quite chunky strips of this left, so perfect for filling in the back of this cut file. So Candy just really wants to be in the shot, but just her tail. I am going to back all of these. I'm just showing you here that I am actually going around with my pencil and penciling those in, because I figured this would be the easiest way to do this cut file. So off camera I'm going to go off and cut every single one of those out and back this with all of the paper and try to use as much as I can of the paper stock, so that I'll just have some letters and a few bits and pieces left over. But as you can see what I'm doing, I'm just cutting out where I've marked and then placing those back. Actually, all of those stars are exactly the same shape, I realised after I started cutting a few of them. So I ended up just drawing around one and making a template. I'm just sort of sorting through and making sure which pieces I've got that I can use to cut this file. So that is literally all I had left of the paper, and that is fully backed. Absolutely love it. It had to go with a picture of Candy, as she was desperate to get into the video. I had to pop a picture of her on there. I'm just having a look at these pieces to see if I can maybe make a little bit of a border. Not really sure that I can with those, so I'm trying to just look at what else I've got left, little sayings, little words and things like that. I do want to do that border, so I've picked a pink that goes with the pink star at the bottom, or part of the pink star at the bottom. So I'm going to just measure this and then cut a piece of this cardstock so that I can perfectly put this picture of my absolutely gorgeous, lovely little pussycat. She is a right little sweetheart. So what I'm actually doing is I'm going to make this into like a little book so that I can put my journaling on the inside. So now I'm just working out how wide this is and scoring in the middle to give me my nice fold. It's not perfect, so I'm just coming in with my guillotine to cut off the little bit extra that I had, and then that is going to lovely sit on there, really lovely, and give me a place to do my journaling inside there. So I'm just looking at what else I can use. I'm thinking about using some photo corners on this page. It's not something that I use very often, but I did get them with this kit. So, you know, you've got to use them if you've got them. So, as they stick on the back. Now, this is what I was looking at. I was going to put them on the actual outside on all four corners, but they stick down on the back side, so you can't put them on the open book. So I'm literally just going to put them on the right hand corners of this page, and just thinking about what else I might like to do. I did draw on the page when I wrote around the star the first time, so just rub that out, and I'm just putting a little bit of stenciling in the background. I thought I would try to pull out a little bit more of this yellow from the papers, and I'm just putting a little bit of this in a few different places just so that it can poke through between the stars. I don't want it to be a main feature. I just sort of want it to tie the page back to the papers in the star. And you see, I did back every single one of these stars, and I did know that in doing so I would be covering some of them up, but I'm all right with that. I wasn't quite sure exactly where I was going to put my picture, so I wasn't sure which ones I was going to cover up, so I just did all of them. But it wasn't too hard or arduous. As I say, they were all exactly the same shape, so I actually was able to do it with a template, which was a lot easier. Still trying to use up this tacky glue. I did like this glue, but I was quite annoyed that when you got to a smaller amount in the pot, it didn't come out, and it was really, really hard to squeeze out. So I don't think I'll be buying it again, but it is actually a very good glue if you don't mind, you know, using the majority of it with a paintbrush. Then that's fine. Now I am marking with a pencil where the stars are, and where this photo mat little booklet is going to fit, because I'm going to use foam pads to raise it up a little bit, and I'm going to stick the foam pads just on the white cardstock so that it's going to stick flat. Of course, if I put the foam pads on the cut file is 2 layers of paper, it's going to raise it up a little bit more. So it was easier to mark where my photograph was going to go. Then I could put my pads in the right places rather than putting them on the back of the photo mat as I would normally do and sticking it down. It's easier this way. These little corners do not want to sit, do not want to fit down properly, so I've put a bit of extra stick on them by sticking a foam pad on them as well. So I'm just peeling off all of the backs so that I can stick that down, and then I can get on with the rest of the page where I'm going to put my bits of embellishments and things like that, and my title. I haven't really thought of a title for this page, but as I'm working, you can see me there just thinking about putting another corners on the picture as well. But obviously, I remembered about the glue and how they stick down again. As I was saying, as I was doing this page, I was thinking about my title, and she does look like she's sitting on a throne. So she is a right little princess. So that's why my title is going to be Princess Candy. Just looking through the strips to see if I can put a little bit of a bit more of this paper on the page, and just tie it in with some of these titles in the bottom, and I'm quite happy with that. I'm putting one on the actual photograph itself, and just thinking about what else I might like to use from this collection. There are quite a few stickers and things left over, and I'm looking at the writing now. So just love this pink, and I thought it'd be really nice to bring the pink in. I knew that I had the pink letters and also the green ones. I think the green ones would get too lost. So I'm pulling out the letters to make the word Princess Candy across the top, and just thinking about what else I might like to put. So I've got those sort of arranged. I've popped these down. I'm not sticking these down properly yet because I want to just make sure that I've got the title in exactly the right spot before I put them down too hard. And I'm just thinking, here we go, Princess Candy. And I thought, should I use the green for the bottom? And I kind of move some of them and think, actually, no, I'll keep with the pink. And then I'm going to spell out the words taking court, because that's what she looks like she's doing. So I'm just popping those down and arranging them how I like. I do find that sometimes these stickers don't stick very well. So off camera, I have put a little bit of glue underneath them just to make sure that they stick in place perfectly. So we've got Princess Candy taking court, and then the green letters, which I absolutely love this colour, I thought would be perfect for doing my little bit of journaling on the inside of the journaling card. This is just a really nice picture of Candy, and I'm just putting that she's looking like she's sat on a throne inside my journaling card. So I have been doing a lot of stash busting, and I did manage to make one other page after this one with this kit where I used a lot of the stickers and some more of the writing. And I have had a week off work, so I have been doing quite a bit of scrapbooking, and I've managed to completely bust 4 kits that I've had for a while. So what I do is I use as much paper as I can until I get to the point where I think, actually, I don't think I can use any more paper. And if I have some stickers left over, then they just go into my basket. And sometimes if the picture is right, I'll use it on a page. But as we always do, the last thing to do is put the cat down. As I found that this title wanted to lift up again, I'm using a little bit of glossy accents to stick those down, just to make sure they sit there and that the cat is then sat directly on top of them. I hope you like this page. I'm quite pleased with the finish of it, and I hope this inspires you to get out and get crafting this week. Okay, cheers, bye.